Welcome back to another rebuild I got for you guys here today. Today I'm going to be attempting to fantasy draft rebuild the Cleveland Browns. I've done a couple of these. I think I've done two. They're a lot of fun to do because you get a random team. Well, I mean, the first one I did, I drafted the first like 10 players, but the most recent fantasy draft rebuild I did, I just let the computer select everybody. So I'm going to start the fantasy draft here. Let's see what pick we have. I kind of hope it's not 1 because I had 1 last time. We have 8. So who is still here to get? Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, Jalen Ramsey all went. Jalen Ramsey is a sweet player to get in these kind of rebuilds because he develops so fast. Khalil Mack would have been awesome. I feel like there's a chance we're going to get Von Miller, but I'm going to skip ahead to the end of the draft. I'm not going to show myself actually skipping right here. I'm not going to show myself hitting A because if I do, there's a split second where you guys can see who I draft. I guess I could always edit it out because, well, I mean, if I edit it out, you guys won't even know that I did it anyway. Whatever. I'm just going to advance at the end of the draft. I'm not going to look to see who I got right here, so I'll see you guys with the team recap. So the draft just ended. I have not looked at anybody on the team yet. Let's see who we have. Carson Wentz and Todd Gurley. I had Todd Gurley in my last, whatchamacallit, fantasy draft rebuild. I'm okay with having him again. We also have Jonathan Stewart, who should make for some pretty good trade bait, but Carson Wentz, that is awesome that we have him on the team. Devontae Adams is great. Jordan Matthews is pretty good. Robert Woods is very good. I'm actually going to throw Robert Woods in the slot. We have John Ross. I would love to start John Ross. I actually might. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet. There's a chance I'll start John Ross. Pretty bad offensive line. I have to do something about this. These guys are all pretty terrible. Austin Hooper's not bad, but let's check out the defense. We got Telvin Smith. Telvin Smith is a cool player to get. Nobody else really catches my eye much. Takaris McKinley's pretty good. Zach Cunningham's actually not bad. Demario Davis is some good trade value. Ricardo Allen's not terrible. Eric Reed isn't bad. Jonathan Joseph, I'm probably going to trade. Sam Shields, I'm going to trade. Marlon Humphrey's a rookie. Derek Barnett's another rookie there. Devon Godshaw is not terrible. He's also a rookie, so we have a lot of rookies on this team. Rashid Hagman I can trade. I'm actually liking this team. I have a lot of trade bait on this team. Definitely going to be running a 4-3. So I'm probably going to either trade Demario Davis or throw him to left outside linebacker. I'm definitely trading Clay Matthews, though. That's not a question. That's going to happen. So let me get into a couple trades here. AJ McCarron, Jonathan Stewart, and TJ Jones for the Jets first rounder. Tyler Kroft, Charkandrick West, and Jonathan Joseph for Larry Warford. Kelvin Beachum and Sylvester Williams for the Steelers' first-round draft pick. Demario Davis, a third-round draft pick, and Kurt Coleman for Joel Bitonio, who's also on the Steelers, made 2 back-to-back trades with them. Jeremy Parnell, Clay Matthews, and Rashid Hagman for Blake Martinez. I'm giving the Giants Joe Hawley and something Murphy, I'm sorry I don't know his name, for their first-round draft pick. This is going to be the team for the first season. I really don't have too much faith in this team. I want Robert Woods to play the slot. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be the team after I made that quick adjustment. I don't have too much faith in this team, specifically because the defense isn't great and this offensive line is not fantastic. But we have really bad tackles and a really bad center. If I can fix that in the draft or in free agency, I mean, there's never anybody good in free agency in a fantasy draft rebuild, so I don't think I'll fix it there, but if I can fix it in the draft, this team can be decent. Austin Hooper, I think, can be a pretty decent tight end for us this entire time. Carson Wentz, Todd Gurley staying on the team. Devontae Adams, Robert Woods will probably stay on the team as well. He's only 25 years old. He's actually very good. And then on the defense, I kind of messed up a little. I wanted Zach Cunningham to play middle linebacker, and then I was going to throw Blake Martinez out to outside linebacker, but I kind of forgot that he's not really a good coverage guy. His zone coverage is 56, and he goes to like an 83 at outside linebacker, and Zach Cunningham is just a higher outside linebacker than him, so, I mean, not a higher. He's like 1 overall point lower, and Blake Martinez is like 6 overall points higher at middle linebacker, so I feel like this is the best for the team. Even though Zach Cunningham can probably win Defensive Rookie of the Year if I kept him at middle, I'm just going to shift him outside there. Telvin Smith is, of course, going to stay on the team this whole time. Ricardo Allen and Eric Reed make for a pretty decent safety tandem. Marlon Humphrey's not a bad corner. Sam Shields has to go. I wanted to trade him, but I don't really like my cornerback depth here, so I'm just going to keep him. The D-line isn't terrible. We got a bunch of rookies, Derek Barnett, Devon Godshaw, and Takaris McKinley. All rookies there. I hope they can develop. But I'm going to change the experience sliders here, and I'll see you at the midseason. We are at the midseason mark here. We have a bye week at week 9, so I'm not sure what the record's all about. We are 4-4, which is rough. We were 2-0 at week 3. The Ravens, though, are 0-8. Steelers 6-2. They have a pretty good team from what I could see. The Bengals are 4-3, so let's check out the experience. 9.1 thousand from Carson Wentz. Not a terrible amount. I'm sure a lot of this, a lot of the struggles of this team come from the offensive line. 5.2 thousand from Takaris McKinley. 5.6 from Marlon Humphrey. I hope he is playing well. I'm sure there's like no one here to bring back. I mean, I see Carlos Dansby. DJ Jones. I'll probably negotiate with DJ Jones because, I mean, no, I don't really think there's a reason to. Brian Hill, though. I'm going to bring back Brian Hill. I like having Brian Hill on the team. I'll give him a 4-year deal. He's coming back to the team. That's such a small contract. He's not really getting anything. I'm not going to bring back anybody else, though. Hey, we made the playoffs. We went 9-7. That's kind of cool. The Colts also went 9-7, but the Steelers 12-4, Bengals 8-8, and the Ravens 2-14. So they won 2 games after the midseason mark. I wish I had gotten their first-round draft pick, but it's all right. We won the opening 3 games. We actually beat the Steelers opening week. Lost to the Bengals by 7, then went on a 4-game losing streak there. Won 2 games, lost to the Chargers, beat the Packers and the Ravens, lost to the Bears, and beat the Steelers. So we beat the Ravens twice. I see that game there. And we beat them twice. Okay, just making sure. If we lost to that team, that would have been kind of tragic. But let's check out the stats. Cam Newton wins MVP. Carson Wentz, though, 4,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, 18 picks. That's a very good season. More than a pick a game, but still a lot of yards and good amount of touchdowns. That's okay for me. Todd Gurley, 1,521 yards, 14 touchdowns, but Brian Hill gets 15 as a backup. Todd Gurley only fumbles twice. That's not terrible. 5.2 yards a carry. That is ridiculous. And Brian Hill fumbles once. So does Carson Wentz. Robert Woods fumbled twice. Hey, so did Jordan Matthews and John Ross. What is this? Receiving, Devontae Adams, 91 catches, 1,297 yards, 9 touchdowns. That's a great season. Jordan Matthews does not do badly, actually. 90 catches, 6 touchdowns. Austin Hooper gets 666 yards, 2 touchdowns. Robert Woods gets over 1,000 yards with 5 touchdowns. Sacks, probably not great. Honestly, Mark Lewinsky played super well at right tackle. He was a guard, and I shifted him over to right tackle just because I kind of wanted Larry Warford and Joel Bitonio to play their natural positions. I don't know. Probably should have moved them to tackle, but it's okay. But Lewinsky played really well. Taylor Hart, not great, but he's not a good player, so I kind of expected that. Blake Martinez, though, 140 tackles. It's not bad. 111 from Telvin Smith. Interceptions, not interceptions. Tackles for loss, we got 6 from DJ Jones and 5 from Devon Godshaw. Sacks, we got 10 from Takaris McKinley. It's not bad. 8.5 from DJ Jones, 7.5 from Devon Godshaw. Only 4.5 from Derek Barnett. Interceptions, 4 from Marlon Humphrey. That's a lot. 2 from Sam Shields and Ricardo Allen, and then 1 from Blake Martinez, Zach Cunningham, Telvin Smith, and Eric Reed. Let's check out touchdowns. I hope Marlon Humphrey made a Pro Bowl. We got at least 1 touchdown being from Eric Reed. That's actually it. Second on offense. Not bad. In the entire NFL. 6,843 yards, but then 22nd on defense. That's not great. I'm sure Carson Wentz is in this somewhere. Or not, actually. I'm kind of surprised about that one. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Todd Gurley makes it at number 5. Carson Wentz makes it at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year. Anybody from the Browns? I don't see anyone. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Brian Hill comes in 5th because he had so many touchdowns. Defensive Rookie of the Year actually goes to Marlon Humphrey. That is extremely surprising. Budda Baker comes in 2nd. Shaquille Griffin. Okay, that's cool. Fantasy draft rebuilds are cool for this because if you can get a pretty good rookie, there's a decent chance. I mean, Takaris McKinley's in there. DJ Jones is in there as well. I guess, like, Myles Garrett wasn't in this division. That's pretty cool. Or any of those other star-studded rookies like Reuben Foster, I guess, probably wasn't in this division. But let's check out the experience. I don't want to see something really fast. John Ross did not make the Pro Bowl. I have him as my kick returner, but he didn't make it. Carson Wentz has a good amount. Todd Gurley has a good amount. Devontae Adams is 45,000. That's a great amount. On the defense, Marlon Humphrey has 62,000. Defensive Rookie of the Year and made the Pro Bowl. That is so much experience. 12,000 from Tack McKinley is pretty good. 19K from Blake Martinez is not bad. Randomly, K'Wan Williams does not get much. That's okay. Marlon Humphrey is going to be a god. So before I get into this upgraded team, I want to mention the word. If you guys are still watching at this point, this is very early in the video, but I'll still appreciate it, of course. But if you're still watching, comment Pac-Man. The way I have it typed in my notes is with a K instead of a C. I'm not actually exactly sure if that's what the person commented, because that was probably from, you know, a little while ago. But comment that if you're still watching, and I'll love all those comments, respond to them. You can spell it with a K or a C, it really doesn't matter to me. But anyway, let's go into this team. Carson Wentz is a 91 with confidence. 96 overall for Todd Gurley, 94 for Devontae Adams. On the defense, Marlon Humphrey highlights the defense for sure. 91 overall. 88 man zone and press. He's very balanced here. Very talented corner. Takaris McKinley's an 86. Not bad after all that experience being spent. Blake Martinez, 87. Telvin Smith is the same. I think Zach Cunningham went up like 1 overall point. But anyway, let me check out the overall quick. I'm sure we're like an 83, 84. Okay, we're an 81. I thought we would be a bit higher than that, but we're an 81 overall. Maybe that's before we spent the experience. I don't know. But let's advance and see if we can take down the Colts. That would be pretty sweet. We actually did. And we have to take down the Steelers. I just want to see something if the overall changed. We're an 84. Okay, so we are an 84 after spending the experience, but the Steelers are a 91. So let me advance this week here. Go to the conference championship. Can we make it? Can we take down the Steelers? We cannot. That's okay. Let's check out what the team did. Team schedule 42-14 against the Colts. Not a bad game there. Carson Wentz, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. You know, not amazing, but actually pretty good. That's not a bad game at all. Jimmy Garoppolo struggled, 191 yards, 1 interception. Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns on 119 yards. Leonard Fournette had a touchdown, as did Brian Hill. Randall Cobb, 8 catches, 116 yards. Who got the touchdowns, though? One from Robert Woods and Devontae Adams. Not bad. And let's check out this other game. 37-31, a very close game against the Steelers. TJ Yates completed a pass for 17 yards, but Carson Wentz, 361 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Not bad. Jacoby Brissett didn't play terribly. I mean, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That's pretty average. Scott Tolzien completed a pass for a yard. All right. Devin Coleman, 110 yards. Amir Abdullah had 2 touchdowns. Todd Gurley only had 1. Charles Sims had 1. And Brian Hill had 2. He just gets so many touchdowns. Devontae Adams had quite the game. 11 catches, 123 yards. Who got the touchdowns? Travis Kelce and Jordan Matthews. I'm going to bring back Cody Parkey. He actually had a decent amount of experience, and I was able to get him up to be a very good kicker. 94 kick power, 95 kick accuracy is not bad. I'm bringing him back to the team. I don't think there's anybody else here that I want. Mark Glowinski, I'm actually going to bring back. I forgot he was here. I wanted to bring him back in case I don't draft a good tackle. Honestly, he played perfectly fine for me. Honestly, if I don't draft the right tackle, I'll probably still trade for one, even though he did play well. But let's go into free agency here. Highly doubt anybody worth noting is going to be here. 48.79 million cap room in case anybody great is here. Dan Carradine's the best player. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen, so I'll see you in the draft. The player I am drafting right now is going to be Hudson Bates. My first overall pick in this draft is going to him. He looks phenomenal. Great top 3 skills, B+ hit power, B zone, B pursuit. He's strong, he's pretty fast, has a great combine. He looks like a fantastic player. 79 overall, quick development. I reached, I think, a little on, like, you know, where he's ranked. He's ranked 21st, and I picked him at number 5. But he looks like a very talented safety to me. That means I'm going to be trading someone. I'm not sure exactly who. One of my safeties I'll be trading. I'm trading up with the Bills here, but I'm also going to be trading up once again. But anyway, I'm giving the Bills my 32nd pick. Nate Stupar, I think, and Sam Shields for the 8th overall pick. And I think I'm going to be getting the 7th overall pick as well. Like I said, I'm getting the 7th overall pick. I'm giving the 49ers my 25th overall pick. And Alvin Bailey, one of the two, for the 7th pick. And with this pick, I'm going to be drafting a defensive end. It's a good thing I traded up with them because they definitely want a defensive end. And I can either go with Trey Flowers, which is interesting, or Harvey Chambers. And Harvey Chambers is going to be the guy I'm taking. He looks phenomenal. Great top 3 skills. It says he's a 4-3 guy. He can definitely slide into defensive tackle, which I think, is what I'm going to do. Actually, maybe not, because he's only 258 pounds. Maybe he'll just stay outside. Hold on. Yeah, I think I still want Harvey Chambers. I think I'm going to keep him outside where Derek Barnett was playing. That seems good to me. Let's go with him. 79 overall. Normal development does not look bad at all. 85 strength, 80 speed, 87 acceleration. He's definitely a 4-3 kind of guy. He can play on this team for sure. This next pick here is going to a left tackle, I think. I think I'm taking a left tackle. Trey Flowers looks pretty good. I don't really want him all that much. Luke Francis. A position of need for sure on this team, and he looks really good with a great combine. He's going to be a stud. 77 overall, quick development. Technically, we reached. Honestly, I thought this guy would be a bit better, but he's still very good. My next draft pick is going to Tavares McDonald. Does not have the greatest combine. I mean, a 5.9 isn't bad, but usually you look for over a 6 in a defensive tackle. But he had 37 bench press reps, which is phenomenal, and he has great top 3 skills, and he's 21 years old. I think he can be really good. 80 overall, normal development, ranked 9th in the draft. We took him at number 10. That's a great player. I'm sorry for all the trading, but I'm going to have to trade up one last time. I'm going to do it with the Titans, I think. Let's go with the Titans. Take their 14th overall pick, because there's a late prospect that I want, and I have a 24th, or I have the 24th overall pick, and I feel like he'll get drafted. So I'll keep John Ross. I was going to consider trading them John Ross, but I'll keep him just as a kick returner, and I'll see who else I can trade here. Here's the trade that ended up going through. I'm giving the Titans my 24th pick is Zadarius Smith and this Harris guy for the 14th overall pick. There's actually another player I kind of want in this draft. This draft class looked really good, by the way. It was that McIntosh guy. I kind of wanted him. I think he had superstar development. I did want a wide receiver in this draft, but the one I wanted got drafted way too early. But anyway, Sherrod Waller. Looks like the best corner for me in this class. He's pretty agile, can accelerate quickly, and has really good top 3 skills. So let's go with him here. 80 overall, slow development is killer, but he's really good. He's still going to start. I did not expect this guy to have slow, but he has great stats, fantastic speed, good acceleration, good agility. I think he's still going to start. I'm going to be trading away my first second rounder here. I have a center I want to take, but he is a late second rounder, so I think that's worth it. That's a decent amount of value. That's a second next year and then 2 fourths from the Bears. That's a first next year from the Broncos. I might just go with the first. Hold on, no, hold on. That's a third this year, a second, and a third. A first, a fourth, and a sixth. I'll probably go with the first from the Seahawks. That actually looks like the best to me. A first and a fourth next year, or a first, a fourth, and a sixth. That's a fourth this year. I can get more than a fourth next year with that pick, so I'm going to go with that. This center did not get drafted. I'm very happy he did not. The wide receiver I wanted to take in this draft, he was supposed to be a mid-first rounder, and he went number 6, which is annoying. But anyway, Parker Peterman. Didn't scout him at all, because this guy's going to be very good. 75 overall, normal development. Didn't think I needed to scout him. He's going to slide in and start at center for me now. This pick is going to Raphael Hicks. I think this is going to, you know, solidify my offensive line a lot because this guy looks great. 6.6 combine grade. Great 3-cone. Good 20-yard shuttle for an offensive lineman and a great bench press. 38 reps. This guy looks really, really good. 73 overall, normal development. Thought he'd be a bit better. Maybe that's a scheme issue. Not entirely sure, but now I might slide. I think I might slide like Batonio or something to right tackle and then start that guy at guard. So this guy doesn't look fantastic, but I'm just going to draft him. Are you any good? 71 overall. Normal development. We reached for sure. He didn't look great, but I don't really have many people scouted here anymore, so I'm going to trade down. I think I have 2 more 4th rounders. I'm going to trade both of these away for stuff next year. A 3rd next year. That looks perfect. A 3rd and a 7th next year. Might as well just take that. Anything better? No. Okay, I'll just take the 3rd and the 7th next year from the Seahawks. We're kind of stripping away all of their draft picks. And then my next 4th rounder, I think I have one more. I'll trade away this one as well. Let's see what we got here. Another 3rd rounder. Okay. A 5th and a 7th. I don't want that 5th this year. I'll just take a 3rd from the Vikings. I don't know what teams are good. I'm going to be drafting a fullback with this pick just because I want to get him now before I forget. Let's go with him here. Matt Chocolatey. Okay, great name. 85 overall, ranked 1st in the entire draft. Of course, he's one of these guys. I'm going to be trading away this draft pick because I think I have another one. There's some more players that I kind of want, but there's really nothing for this. That's actually a 4th next year. Okay, a 4th and a 7th next year. I'll take that. I think I have another draft pick here, at least one more. I hope so. Okay, I think 2 more draft picks, but with this pick, I'm going to go with a punter, I think. Yeah, why not? Graham Griggs. I went after Tress Way in free agency, and he did not come onto the team. But Graham Griggs, let's go with him here. 69 overall, but has pretty good stats. Looks like a decent punter. 47 awareness. That's why this guy has such a low overall. So I'm in the late 7th round here, and there's really nobody that I want to take. Let's go with this safety with a good combine. Why not? 66 overall. Should have probably just traded that pick away. The Eagles stole this guy from me. This is the dude I wanted to draft. He looked awesome. He's not confident for some reason, but superstar development, 97 speed, 85 catching, you know, with his lack of confidence, 84 route running. This guy looked so good. I was really excited to draft him, but of course they had to steal him. I'm giving the Browns Eric Reed and a 3rd rounder for Ryan Ramczyk. The plan here is just to make a very stacked offensive line, so Ethan Westbrook's and a 3rd rounder for Travis Frederick. This is a massive trade. I didn't really want to do this, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. I'm giving the Vikings my 2 first-round draft picks, actually, and Zach Cunningham for David Irving and Yannick Ngakoue. I'm giving the Saints Devon Godshaw and Derek Barnett for a 1st rounder just so I have something to do in this upcoming draft. So I don't normally like making a bunch of blockbuster trades in the 2nd year because it is a lot easier to make trades in the 2nd season than it is in the 1st season. Let me switch this real fast. Yeah, so I don't really like doing that because it is kind of cheesy, but I kind of felt like doing it here. I haven't done it in, you know, a little bit of time. So I did a couple of blockbuster trades here like Travis Frederick and Ryan Ramczyk, and I think there was somebody else. No, actually, I don't see anybody that blockbuster. Yannick Ngakoue, David Irving are pretty good. I also don't like trading the rookies that I drafted, and I also did that in this season. I traded a few rookies. Actually, I think I just traded the center. I was trying to trade this guy, but I didn't really find anybody that I wanted to trade him to. So he's just going to stay on the team. But this is what the team looks like. I don't think it's bad. I think this team can make the playoffs once again. I really wanted a new wide receiver this year, but it's okay. I think I can kind of manage with this team. I think Carson Wentz and Todd Gurley and Devontae Adams can get it done here. A much better offensive line now for Todd Gurley to run behind. The defense was improved as well. I mean, we lost our left outside linebacker. I also really did not want to trade Zach Cunningham, but he really doesn't play much realistically, so I just signed this random guy. Maybe he can do something awesome. That would be pretty cool. We got Hudson Bates. I think that's your first name. Starting at strong safety. I think this guy can play super well. Quick development as well. Of course, we have a slow developing corner. I think this guy can play really well, though. I think he has some pretty decent potential, even though he has slow development. Also have this defensive tackle who looks very good. I hope he can play well. I think this team can get it done. We have a very good defensive line now. Yannick Ngakoue, Takaris McKinley, great edge rushers. Telvin Smith, fantastic 4-3 outside linebacker. Marlon Humphrey has gone up tremendously, 91 overall now. I think this team can get it done. At the midseason mark here, we are 5-2. Pretty good to see. A bit better than last season. 4-3 from the Titans. We are in a three-way tie for the #1 team in this division. We had just beaten the Steelers, which is great. The Ravens are also 5-2, and the Bengals are 3-5. So let's check out the team. Started out on the defense here. That's okay. Blake Martinez has 9,000 experience. That might have been some carried over from last year. On the offense, though, Carson Wentz has 10K. Devontae Adams also has 10K. Nice to see. Who do we have to bring back? Was this Ryan Griffin? Right? Ryan Griffin, don't really want. David Bruton, don't really want. John Rosh, what did I just call him? I don't know. I'll bring him back. And K'Wan Williams is currently my nickel corner, but I don't really want him. I will bring back John Ross, though, when I can. I'm at week 15 now, so I'm able to bring back John Ross. I could have done this at week 11, I think. But let's give him a contract here. I'll bring him for 4 years. Accept that, my man. There we go. He's gonna remain our kick returner. I don't know. I think it said he's a gonna. That was kind of strange. I meant to say he's going to. Whatever. English isn't my strong suit. So we made the playoffs going 10-6, only did a bit better than last season. Steelers going 12-4. That's a bit concerning because they did that last year as well, so they're like just as good as they were. And the Ravens went 9-7. The Bengals 6-10. The Ravens improved a lot. Pretty cool to see. They went 2-14 last year and won a lot more games. 3-1 in the preseason. Lost the opening game to the Ravens. Okay, then we beat the Broncos. Lost to the Ravens again. We actually lost to them twice. Went on a 5-game win streak. Lost to the Saints, 1-3. Lost to the Steelers. This game was rough. Then we lost 2 more and then beat the Buccaneers. This season could have been a lot different if we did not, lose to the Steelers that time there. Jacoby Brissett wins MVP, though. Carson Wentz, 4,900 yards, 37 touchdowns. A lot of interceptions, but 4,900 yards. That's actually less interceptions from last year, so that's a great season there. Todd Gurley, 1,268 yards, 9 touchdowns. Not a great season considering what kind of offensive line he has now. 4 fumbles as well. Brian Hill, 7 touchdowns. Carson Wentz had 4. Devontae Adams, 104 catches, 1,513 yards, 10 touchdowns. Jordan Matthews, 94 catches, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Robert Woods, 91 catches, 1,166 yards, 7 touchdowns. Great season from all those guys. Austin Hooper reels in 5 touchdowns as well. Blocking, 14 sacks led up from Luke Francis. Isn't terrible as a rookie. Everybody else did amazingly. Ryan Ramczyk only led up 1 sack. That is insane. Travis Frederick did not let up any. Neither did Joel Bitonio. That's really cool. Blake Martinez, 149 tackles. We had 4 players over 100. Telvin Smith, Ricardo Allen, and Marlon Humphrey also. Tackles for loss, 8 from DeCaris McKinley, 7 from Tavares. Nope, hold on. What is your name? Tavares McDonald? Yeah, Tavares McDonald. Sacks, 16 from DeCaris McKinley, 14 from Yannick Ngakoue. 30 sacks from these two guys, 7 from David Irving as well. Interceptions, 3 from Telvin Smith, Marlon Humphrey, and Sherrod Waller. Well, Marlon Humphrey's playing very well for us. 1 from Blake Martinez, Ricardo Allen, Hudson Bates, K'Wan Williams, and David Bruton Jr. Any touchdowns? I feel like we should have gotten at least 1. Yeah, we did. Marlon Humphrey got 1. Pretty cool. 3rd in the NFL in offense. I feel like our defense was pretty good. At one point, I think it was top 5. 23rd. Maybe not. Maybe it was like top 5 run defense or something. But Jacoby Brissett, who's a 90 overall, wins MVP. That is phenomenal. I have to trade for him one of these times. But Carson Wentz comes in 3rd. Todd Gurley's not in this. Wrong division. AFC Offensive Player of the Year does go to Jacoby Brissett. Carson Wentz is in 2nd. Nobody else from the Browns. Luke Kuechly comes in 1st for Defensive Player of the Year. Blake Martinez is in there at number 4, though. Nobody else from our team. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got Matt Chocolatey in there at number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we got Sherrod Waller, Hudson Bates in 2 and 3, Tavares McDonald at number 5. Then we also have Harvey Chambers and Javier Ellis. I think he's a defensive tackle at number 9. Trey Flowers is in there, you saw that. But let's check out the experience. I got the quarterback upgrade, so Carson Wentz should have a lot. 22,000, I thought he would have a bit more. That's okay, though. 37,000 from Devontae Adams. 19K from Ryan Ramczyk. 10,000 Travis Frederick. 18,000 from Joel Bitonio. On the defense, who has a lot? Marlon Humphrey, 36,000. He made the Pro Bowl. Another Pro Bowl appearance. DeCaris McKinley also made the Pro Bowl. Yes, he did. And Yannick Ngakoue most likely did as well. Let's check that out. He did. I think Ricardo Allen may have as well. Alright, we got a whole bunch of players in the Pro Bowl. That is cool to see. I'm going to spend all this and then sim by the week. Here's the team going into this playoff game. It looks very good. Devontae Adams is up to a 98 overall. Ryan Ramczyk's a 99. Travis Frederick a 98 with confidence. Joel Bitonio a 93. On the defense, Marlon Humphrey is a 97. He is such a good player to have. I mean, I've never seen him go off this much, but he did super well for us. It's all because he won Defensive Rookie of the Year the first season. DeCaris McKinley's a 91. Yannick Ngakoue's a 93 with confidence. Let's see what the overall is. It's not going to be super accurate, but let's check it out anyway. We are an 89 according to this, but I feel like we're definitely higher than that after spending all of that experience. Let's advance, though. Against the Titans, who are 8-8, we should totally win this game. Let's see if we come out victorious. We did. We have to take on the Steelers again. I wonder if we can beat the Steelers, but let's see what the overall is here. 92 to their 93, so we're only a little bit behind. Let's see if we can finally beat them in the playoffs. We lost to them last season. Let's see what happens here. We're probably going to lose again. We did lose again. We cannot beat the Steelers, man. Jacoby Brissett's too good. The MVP is way too good. 42 to 17 against the Titans. That is a great game. 326 yards from Carson Wentz, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Ryan Tannehill, 257 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Not a great game. Todd Gurley had 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards. Mark Ingram did all right. Curry Eaches, this guy is superstar development, actually. I think he had a story about him. I don't think he won the Heisman. I'm pretty sure he had a story about him. And Brian Hill also got a touchdown. Zay Jones, 6 catches, 92 yards. Jordan Matthews, 116 yards. Whole lot of touchdowns in this game, you can see from those players there. But let's check out this other game, 42 to 14. Not a great game. Carson Wentz, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. The MVP throws under 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. That's not even a great game. Tevin Coleman does all right. Amir Abdullah does all right. They just keep, you know, having Todd Gurley not have many attempts against the Steelers. That's what it seems like. 11 attempts. I think he had 14 last game. We played them in the playoffs. 11 catches, 113 yards from Jordan Matthews is a good game. Karen Meredith had a touchdown. Todd Gurley did as well. Todd Gurley had a pretty productive game receiving, but we cannot beat the Steelers in the playoffs, apparently. I am in free agency now. I highly doubt anybody worth it's going to be here again. George Kittle is the best player. Donovan Smith is not actually any bad. What? That's almost what I said. He's not a bad player, but I don't want anybody here. Sadly, the free agency periods in fantasy drafts are not great. I'm going with a middle linebacker here. I'm just going to throw this player to outside linebacker. Eugene Ingram. I almost mispronounced his first name terribly. Looks very good. Great combine, great top 3 skills. Should be a very good player. 77 overall, quick development. I'm going to put him to left outside linebacker, I think. I'm trading up with the Vikings in this draft. I'm giving them a 2nd rounder and Caleb Brantley, I think the computer signed, because I definitely did not pick him up. But I'm getting the 22nd overall pick here. With this pick, I'm going to be taking a corner. I'm actually not there yet, but hopefully there's a cornerback that I still want left. I think there might be both of them, unless the other guy got drafted. Let me see. Okay, so there's this guy. This is the guy I actually wanted. The other dude I did scout did get drafted. I think this guy looks a bit better anyway. Leon Golston. Please don't have slow. He has slow development. He looks very good. We have 2 slow developing cornerbacks. I think I'm going to actually have to trade one of those guys to get a better corner. I'm going to be trading down this 3rd rounder because I really don't have anybody else scouted here. I want to try to get some stuff for next year. A 2nd rounder next year is perfect. I want to do that just so I have a little bit more trade value. Let's just get this one from the Colts. It really doesn't matter what team it's from. I'm pretty sure all those 2nd rounders would be relatively the same, you know, value-wise. But with this 4th rounder, might as well try to draft somebody. Like I mentioned, I don't have anybody scouted here. So who should we go for? This guy's super fast. Let's go with him. 62 overall, but 97 speed. That guy would be awesome to actually use. I'm going to show like 2 more draft picks, and then I'll probably sim because I don't have anybody here. Like I've been saying, just going with like random players. This guy looks decent. He went to Penn State. 72 overall, slow development. This guy's really talented though. 66 tackling is a bit rough, but he's strong, has good power move, and has good speed. A lot of slow developing guys though in this rebuild. I'm going to show 1 more draft pick here. In case he's anything special, and then I will sim to the end of the year. End of the draft. Any offensive lineman? I didn't even check offensive lineman. Nope. Wait, hold on. That guy have a 6? He's got a 6.3. He's supposed to go undrafted. That guy can't be that great. I'm not going to go with him. I will actually take him at some point, but I'm going to go with that guy, I think, if anything. That left guard. Yeah, left guard looks like the best guy. I want to see what the left tackle is all about, so I'm going to show 1 more pick. 73 overall, quick development for that guy. He's actually really good. 76 speed. I just saw that on the bottom. He's really fast. I'm going to take this undrafted left tackle now. I just want to see what he's all about. I think he's going to be like a 73 overall. He should not be that great. He has a good combine grade, but does not have great strength. 74 overall. Okay, 86 pass block, 87 impact block, 75 run block. This guy is actually super good, but I'm not going to start him. So like I said, I was going to be trading for another corner. I'm giving the Dolphins this Waller guy. This is the dude we drafted in the first season. A 2nd and a 3rd rounder for Desmond Trufant. Here's a look at the team for the final season here. This team should make the playoffs once again. Did not mean to click on Jordan Matthews. I meant to slide him up there. There we go. This team should make the playoffs once again. Pretty much the same team. I just got a better corner. I got an amazing corner, and everybody's upgraded from last season. Just like, you know, all their stats, using their experience, all that good stuff. So yes, I got Desmond Trufant, like I mentioned, a fantastic cornerback. One of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. We also got this guy. What's your first name? Eugene Ingram. I don't know why it says he's a 3-4 pass rusher. He would actually be a decent 3-4 pass rusher. 81 block shed, 80 power move. I'm just going to keep him at cover 2. 71 zone isn't bad. He's going to be my left outside linebacker. Let me actually sign a backup middle just to make it look a little better. Let's get Wesley Woodyard. Why not? Get a veteran on the squad. See if he can, you know, coach Blake Martinez even further. I don't know. Blake Martinez should still be pretty young, right? 25 years old. Yeah, he's a stud. D-line is amazing. It's pretty much just upgraded the same players, just a little bit better. Marlon Humphrey, 96 overall. That's insane. The safeties are the weakest part of this team, but they're still decent. I think they can still get the job done. I have a little bit of experience I can spend, so I'm going to do that before I sim, but I will see you at the end of the year. So we went 11-5 this year. Did a little bit better than last year. We literally just got one win and one last loss each of these 3 seasons. The Steelers went 14-2. They have a ridiculous team. The Ravens went 9-7 again. The Bengals went 5-11. So let's check out the schedule here. 3-1 in the preseason. I think we've had the same like preseason schedule like this entire time. We've at least taken on the Eagles the first game of the preseason each of these past 3 years. Went on a 6-game win streak to start the season. Lost to the Cardinals, beat the 49ers and the Bengals. Lost to the Patriots, who we actually have to take on now. Beat the Ravens and the Rams. Lost to the Steelers, the Ravens, the Dolphins, and actually we beat the Dolphins and we lost to the Steelers again. Maybe if we see the Steelers in the playoffs, we will beat them this time. But Jacoby Brissett won MVP again. Carson Wentz though, 4,764 yards, 42 touchdowns, 13 picks. Fantastic season. Todd Gurley much better than last year. Nearly 1,500 yards with 16 touchdowns. Brian Hill 10 touchdowns. Devontae Adams 97 catches, 1,368 yards, 13 touchdowns. Robert Woods was 1 yard away from getting 1,000 yards. Jordan Matthews actually played very well for us this entire rebuild too. Austin Hooper got 6 touchdowns. Sacks should be super low. 11 from the second-year left tackle, not bad. 2 from Larry Warford and Ryan Ramczyk. 155 tackles from Blake Martinez. That's quite a bit. Tackles for loss, 9 from David Irving, 7 from Tavares McDonald. Sacks, we got 14 from Takaris McKinley, 9.5 from Yannick Ngakoue. Interceptions, 5 from Desmond Trufant, 4 from Marlon Humphrey, 3 from Telvin Smith, 2 from Hudson Bates, and then 1 from Blake Martinez and Leon Golston, who's a rookie. That's pretty cool. Touchdowns, any? Did we get any? No, we did not get any. We were second on offense, probably not great on defense again. Let's see. 16th. Okay, we actually improved, but Carson Wentz should be in second here. He is. Jacoby Brissett's a 94. That's insane. Carson Wentz is second on MVP. Todd Gurley's 4th. It's pretty cool. Coach of the Year. Didn't actually mean to click on that, but Mike Zimmer wins it. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jacoby Brissett. Carson Wentz is in second. Todd Gurley's in third. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Player of the Year doesn't go to Blake Martinez. That's pretty cool. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I doubt we have anybody in this. Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got our cornerback there at number 6. And Eugene Ingram in there. Cool. Carson Wentz wins Best Quarterback, even though Jacoby Brissett won MVP. Okay. Best Running Back does go to Todd Gurley. That's cool to see. Best Wide Receiver, Devontae Adams wins that, so we're taking away all these awards. Best O-Lineman goes to David DeCastro and Lane Johnson there at number 2. Ryan Ramczyk and Travis Frederick are at number 3 and number 4. And then Joe Bitonio's in there at number 8. Best D-Lineman goes to, J.J. Watt, of course. Takaris McKinley is in there, though, at number 4. Best Linebacker is, what's his name, not in this. Wow. That is surprising. That's, wow. Blake Martinez is not in that. Best Defensive Back, Steven Nelson. Okay. Desmond Trufant, though, comes in 4th. Nobody else from our team. Best Kicker goes to Cody Parkey. That's pretty cool. I actually kind of want to see what Jacoby Brissett did that he won MVP. Let's see what his stats were all about. So we had 4,700 yards, 42 touchdowns, 13 picks. He had 5,126 yards. That's a lot of yards. 37 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. So we had more yards and less touchdowns, less interceptions. I guess they do that. They attribute MVP more to people with, more yards. Only 3 rushing touchdowns. What do those receivers do? Cameron Meredith. Holy crap, what a season. That is insane. 1,600 yards, 7 touchdowns. I need to get him more often, too. Anyway, though, let's check out the experience. How much do we have? 15K from Carson Wentz. 18K from Todd Gurley. 18K from Devontae Adams as well. A decent amount going around. Then on the defense, no one has all that much. I mean, Blake Martinez, 21,000 is not bad. So I'll spend this quick and then sim by the game and see if we are victorious. Here's a look at the team before I go into this game here, before I sim by it. But John Ross, it took him this long to make the Pro Bowl. He got superstar development? Oh, okay. I know why he got superstar. Okay, so he got quick. Yeah, he got quick from the Pro Bowl there, and then I just let the computer auto-upgrade a lot of these guys, and I guess it just gave him superstar rather than getting up his stats, because he had like 35,000 experience. But anyway, yeah, it took him this long to make the Pro Bowl. I wish that happened the first season. That's okay, though. The rest of the offense looks fantastic, and then the defense here looks pretty much just as nice. This outside linebacker's an 85 now, which is cool. Marlon Humphrey's a 98. He is insane. So let's sim by this game. Actually, let me check out the overall quick. It won't be updated, but it's okay. 95 overall. That actually might be updated. I hardly ever go over a 95, but we should be able to take down the Patriots and probably lose to the Steelers once again. That's my guess. Let's see. We took down the Patriots and have to take on the Steelers. If we lose to the Steelers for a third year, we are a 96, they are a 94. We have a better team than them, but they have the MVP for the past 2 seasons. Can we take down the Steelers this time? Let's see what happens. I think we have a better team now, and we can't. 52-21, they beat us. The Steelers are ridiculous to beat, even if it's not their team. They're still insane to beat. This happened the past 3 years. We would destroy the first team and then get destroyed by the Steelers. Carson Wentz, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Blake Bortles, not a fantastic game, but didn't really do much wrong. Todd Gurley averaged nearly 8 yards a carry, but Jerick McKinnon averaged nearly 9 yards a carry. That's insane. 2 touchdowns from Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns from Deontay Foreman, and then 1 from Jerick McKinnon. Austin Hooper had 2 touchdowns. John Brown did all right. Devontae Adams did okay. Any more touchdowns? We got 1 from Matt Chocolatey, the fullback. What a guy. That is his last name, right? Like, I'm not like mispronouncing that or something. It's definitely Chocolatey. Jacoby Brissett playing like the true MVP he is. 335 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's a great game. Carson Wentz playing like a scrub. Almost 300 yards, but 2 touchdowns. I mean, 2 interceptions. The same thing goes on, man. Todd Gurley, 16 carries. 1 touchdown, though. Tevin Coleman, 2 touchdowns. Jamison Crowder had a really good game. Let me see if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Chocolatey? Where is he? Is he down here? There he is. Yeah, Chocolatey. Okay, that is his name. That's very strange. But anyway, I'm going to end this rebuild here. Very strange rebuild. Like, we had a very good team. We had, like, one of my better teams, honestly. A 96 overall team is fantastic. But we kept losing to the Steelers. We could not beat the Steelers. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.